Right now, everyone is facing higher demand for content and lower budgets. So how can you make the most out of your content production efforts? Don't worry, today we're going to take you through some great ways to repackage your existing content. Hi, I'm Spencer, lead producer of Leadtail Studios, and this is how to repackage content. There's three main places to look when you're looking for content to repackage, and that's what I'll be talking about now. Number one is looking at the pieces that you already have in rotation that you're using regularly, either on social or for sales collateral in your newsletter, etc. The second place is looking at that content and trying to find ways to build content that builds off of that already existing content. And the third is to look at your community and what kind of user-generated content they're already making for you to use in your own marketing efforts. Here are a few ways that we like to repurpose some different forms of content. Number one, you can take your already existing videos, find great quotes, and make those into audiograms. Are you not sure what an audiogram is? Here's an example, and we like to use Descript to super easily spin these up using just the video file. Another place to look is at your long form videos. You can easily turn these into short snippets that play well on social. Think about how well a great quote for a single minute would play on social versus just posting the whole hour-long webinar. Another great option is to turn your already existing video series, whether that's a thought leadership series, an interview series, or a series of your founder just straight talking to a camera, into a podcast. This is super easy to do. Set up an account, rip the audio from your videos, and publish using Spotify for podcasters or your preferred distributor. You may be thinking, can I only repurpose video content? And the answer is no. You can actually repurpose everything from your blog, graphics, even reports super easily with just a few tools. One of our favorites right now is turning your already existing newsletter into a LinkedIn newsletter. This is because LinkedIn will still deliver notifications to users' inboxes, but it will also be connected to their LinkedIn account. If you're already creating a video or podcast series, you can easily use a transcript to type up a quick blog to run through the basic structure and outline of the interview, intersplicing your snippets, just like in this example on leadtail.com. Now that we've ran through how to use your existing content and repurpose it, I'd like to walk through how you can build on your already existing content to create even more great content. If you've been writing a blog or recording a video series or podcast, you can take the opportunity of having a bank of episodes or blog posts to go back on to react to. What do I mean by this? Well, you can look at what's changed, what's stayed the same, and what direction you think things are going in now based on information that you didn't have back then. On that note, you can also revisit these. If you find a piece that's still great and relevant today, all you need to do is adjust and massage some of it to make it into best practices for this year as opposed to best practices for the last year. This is great for SEO. As we all know, folks are always looking for the newest, hottest best practices that are happening right now or being used right now. And finally, one of our favorite things is turning a newsletter or blog into a LinkedIn Live. Have someone from your team go through and cover the most important points from your blog or your newsletter on LinkedIn Live, and you now have a video piece of content to repurpose. Now that we've talked about how you can repackage your already existing content and build off of your existing content, we should talk about how to leverage your community to continue creating content from your community. To explain this, it's important to have some basic knowledge around why we think that community is the future of B2B. Here's how it breaks down. No matter which way you slice it, B2B is really just human-to-human connections masquerading as businesses talking to other businesses. And at the end of the day, everyone wants to feel a human connection to somebody else. This is why community-generated content is going to garner a ton of engagement because you're connecting with somebody else. And if you're smart and savvy, you'll do it in a way that includes your own humans in your own business or brand. So that all sounds great, but what's the practical reality? I mean, what does making this content look like in practice? And there's really a few ways that we've seen it work, but people are always coming up with new and great ways to interact with their community. So make sure that you're checking LinkedIn regularly just to see what's working. A couple types of content that we've seen work well are reaction type content and polls to the community. Reaction type content includes things like Reddit React or looking at comments or information that you've collected from your community and reacting to it, or framing it with some other type of discussion that you want to to lead into. Now, if you don't have a community already built up, don't worry. As long as you're not establishing a new category, there's likely already a community that you're servicing. So make sure to put your people up front first and engage with that community while you're building up your own. Now, while reaction style content can just be graphics or text posts, we really recommend that you use this opportunity to make video content with someone from your brand reacting to the content. This way you can show both the content that is being reacted to as well as a human face from your brand reacting and giving their own personal spin on it. The best part about this type of content is that when folks see that you're engaging with the community in a human and authentic way, they're likely to engage back with you, which will create a flywheel effect, allowing you to continue to make this community-based content. The second way to use your community to build this UGC and build content off of it are polls on social. Polls allow folks to engage directly as opposed to being talked at on social media. And this can be great if you already have an active community on social. Here's a couple examples of what you can do with that content. If you have, say, a wrong answers only, you can share the best highlights from that post and how folks have reacted and given you wrong answers. Additionally, you'll have stats coming out of these polls that you can create graphics, motion graphics, react to, write a blog around, etc. Just like with the React style content, engaging with a community is going to garner some engagement back, and that can allow you to create a flywheel so that this content can continue to flow. Now, if you've already watched to this point, it's clear that getting the most out of your content is important to you, and we have a few tips for how to do that in the planning phase so that you can come out the other side with content that can then be repurposed, built upon, or engage a community with. First and foremost, you should start building your video first content practice. What does this mean? It really means rather than thinking about how can we turn this into a blog post, you should be thinking how can we turn this into a video. Video is going to be the easiest to repackage and react to. You can throw a video up on screen while you are recording a video of yourself reacting. And of course, as we all know, video consumption on social media is at an all-time high, and the way that we are processing information has never been more based around video than it is today. The other advantage that this has is video allows you to put the human of your brand up front and center. By allowing folks to engage with other people in a real and genuine way, you're going to garner better sentiment from your community. Now, you're probably asking yourself, where does AI fit into this equation? And we have some thoughts about that. AI is already making its way into different types of marketing, from email all the way up to video production. And sometimes it's really easy to tell. AI should be used as a tool and not your content creation engine. Just as you wouldn't buy a new top-of-the-line keyboard and expect it to write all of your blogs for you, you shouldn't expect AI to come in and write all of your blogs for you. The real meat of content is a human-to-human connection and building a community around your product or service. And how can you do that better than continuing to inject humanity into your content? That being said, AI can be great for a couple things. If you have a long video and you just want to find the highlights, using AI, you can find those quickly and spin up some snippets for social. Make sure that you're reviewing AI's output every single time. It's crucial that human eyes are still put onto AI's results. And this is because your humanity is going to be your best advantage in content marketing. And so it's important to maintain that humanity. If you want to learn more about Leadtail and how we make social work for B2B, check out the link in the description or visit us at leadtail.com. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a video like this, and be on the lookout for our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Finally, we'd love to hear from you. What are some ways that you are repurposing your old content or building upon your old content to create new content in your marketing practice? Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next one.